Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channeled message for the collective. We're just going to jump right in and get started. I was drawn to a very specific deck this morning. I was actually woken up out of a sleep this morning with this deck particularly on my mind with a couple of little phrases. So I'm curious to see if they'll come up. So let's see. What do we have for the collective? Most important story, as always, for the collective. Page of Swords. Ooh, the Emperor's in reverse. Okay. You know, I almost kind of feel like someone has been watching. And I don't know if they had intentions on trying to prove you to be a certain type of person, only because it suited their narrative of who you were, right? I don't feel like the information that they got out of their looking into you was in alignment with what they had thought or what they were so strongly feeling. I feel like this person really thought you were some type of a bad person and they thought they could prove it. It doesn't look like it turned out for them. It's like they're looking and they know they have to speak the truth. This Page of Swords does not look happy about what they found. They don't feel triumphant is the energy that kind of is emanating off of this card right here. It's like they have to tell these people the truth and it's not what they thought. I want to say the victory is yours. I want to say, now we see this card here, which is normally the card of victory, and it still is, but this victory is being shared with someone else. I almost kind of want to say this is your victory, and it's like, and I wanted to say rightly so. So I feel like in turn, the victory is yours. I don't know how else to say it. This person that thought they were going to be more powerful for coming up with the truth is now feeling less than. I don't know if this person was interested in you at one point, had decided to become your enemy at another point. I just feel like they didn't rise like they thought they would. I feel like it's almost sad for this person, but at the same time, I don't want to say you've been vindicated or validated, but I feel like in a way, yes. So whatever this situation was where someone was trying to, it's like they wrote a story and they tried to crop you into it, and it was really nothing like the actuality of what is or who you are in all actuality. So I feel like it's almost like an embarrassment, or it's like I saw a king take his crown off and tuck it behind him, right? Like maybe I don't deserve this right now. I almost kind of feel like this person may be feeling, I heard rattled, but also embarrassed, a touch embarrassed, right? I feel like they tried to go to war with you, right? But I feel like the truth hurts. And I feel, yeah. They thought they were going to get through it and they were going to be the one who was victorious in winning the argument, or this is all about words. So I don't know if this person was trying to start drama. I don't know if this person is masculine or feminine in your world, but it is someone, it is a drama starter for one, someone who was trying to elevate themselves by talking poorly about you. It was almost kind of like they were trying to distract others from who they are by really kind of putting you out in the spotlight. But I feel like what it's ultimately going to do is shine a light on how wonderful you actually are. I want to say you are who you say you are. You are who you show yourself to be. There's nothing hidden. There's nothing up your sleeve. And I feel like that's the energy here. I want to say you are that good person. And, you know, I feel like that's what it came down to. This person was trying to paint you in a very poor light, in a very negative light, saying that you're not as good a person as you say you are. You're not this or you're not that. But I feel like, I don't know if this person was running off of high emotions about something. I don't know if they put themselves in competition with you in some way, shape, or form, or if they felt like you rejected them and then they wanted to get even by showing or showcasing who you actually are. I feel like they did that, but it wasn't the result. Yeah, it wasn't the result that they thought they were going to get. That tower came down, but it didn't come down for you like they thought it would. It came down for them. It put them, you know, it put them in a really, I want to say, in a tough spot, because I feel like nobody's really going to trust what they say, or not for a long time, right? Um, yeah, I'm seeing how the star is pouring into herself and onto the ground. So it's like, I feel like that's what you've been doing. And maybe this person was trying to say things along the lines of self-absorbed or arrogant, when it's really just confidence and growth that has you looking like that shining star. I feel like for a person who doesn't understand what confidence feels like, it can be mistaken for arrogance. And I feel like that's where this person was. They were coming from a lower platform of energy where confidence to them looked like arrogance. And so I feel like that's where they kind of got it confused. It's like, you've been through the war, you've been through towers, and you had to grow from the ground up. And I feel like you grew yourself in a really beautiful, powerful way. And I don't know if you were just ahead of the game or you hit your towers before this person had even felt or experienced a tower. I feel like that's kind of the energy here. Yeah, you've been taking leaps of faith in the right direction. And sometimes it doesn't lead you to the right place in that, like in that jumping moment. But I feel like in a roundabout sort of way, I'm seeing the 0 here, and I hear in a roundabout way, it's a blessing, a roundabout blessing. So it's like it didn't lead you right where you wanted to go off the bat, but it kind of redirected you to where you needed to be. So, it's like following that soul's inner compass. It wasn't wrong. Sometimes it does lead to a tower, but you know, from that tower, and we build from the ground up, then do we finally end up where we're meant to actually be, right? There are no mistakes. I want to say it's no mistake. Whether you hit that tower or you find that smooth road, what's meant to be will be, right? So we have strength here. I feel like, yeah, that's another thing. Your strength, your power, the way you command attention. This lion's not roaring, but when you look at it, you know it's a lion, right? And there's a certain amount of respect for the creature itself when you see it, right? It's a powerful energy, right? The lion doesn't have to roar for you to know that you should be very respectful and, you know, keep your distance, or, you know, kind of treat it in a certain way. And I feel like that's kind of who you are. You're almost the lion in this. It's like you've just gotten to a level of power. And I feel like, again, that level of power was mistaken for arrogance. Their judgment call wasn't right. Look, you know, this could have been someone who, in the very beginning, wanted to be part of your life in a certain way. Maybe they wanted to be your friend. Maybe they wanted to be your other half, right? In a romantic sense. But I feel like they went and they took it in a different direction. I don't know. I feel like this person felt wronged in some way and acted out in other ways because they felt wronged. I don't know if you actually did something to this person, or it was just something that they assumed that you felt, or assumed that you, it was an energy that they took on thinking that it was yours, is kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, it makes no sense, because I feel like it's not even something that was done in the dark. I kind of feel like they couldn't see the truth, and so they put in pieces to the story that weren't right or true, but they filled in the gaps, right? They filled in the gaps to the best of their ability in their low energy. And of course, if you're in your low energy, that story is not going to take a high vibrational level turn, right? It's going to stay in toxicity. So if this person assumed that you looked at them a certain way, like they were beneath you and you were higher up than them, it's like that your wins and the things that you have accomplished in this life have made you arrogant and rude, when in reality, you're just confident because you've really gained a lot by growing along your path, right? Let's see. Yeah. I'm getting this, you expect this and you expect that. Um, and it's like, yeah, but if I want those things that I feel that I deserve, I'll work for them and I'll get them myself. I don't know if this person thought that, it's like, I don't know if they tried to paint you as a user in some way. For some, that could be it. It's like, and I feel like what they don't see is that, okay, so say you post up a picture of a really expensive handbag as a woman, right? For the guy, do the equivalent, whatever it is, a fancy car. And this person is saying, oh, they expect someone else to get that for them. That's why they're posting it up there so everybody can see it. I don't feel like that's the case at all. I feel like it's like, if I want this and I love it, I can work hard and get it myself for myself. It's like, I don't think you have, it's like this person is in their own energy, talking about their own wealth and experiencing their own blessings because of what they've created for themselves, right? All these cups are filled, but by their own hand, right? And I kind of feel like enjoying the fruits of your labor is making someone look at you and saying, full of themselves, or, you know, I just feel like this person has tried every single thing that they possibly could have to make you look bad in your energy. And I feel like you're just working towards your, I feel like I hear blinders on. So you might have no idea that any of this is even actually going on behind the scenes. You are so wrapped up in creating your world, growing through all the things that you go through, loving who you love, who's in your life right now, and experiencing the things that are here for you in this now moment. I feel like you've got your blinders on and you're heading towards your star, wherever that is guiding you specifically. And you're proceeding to win. You're in your own lane. I feel like this person is on the outside viewing you like you're up on some screen, right? You're up on some movie screen. In their mind, you are. You're commanding attention. In their mind, you're doing it just to show off. In your mind, you don't even know that you're up on the screen, but you are, right? You're showing up big, right? Yeah. Look at this. This is the Queen of Swords. Look what sits atop. Can you see that? Oh, oh, come back here. What sits atop our sword is a butterfly, right? And I love this Queen of Swords. She's tough, though. She's been through a lot. This is the scorned queen who's been through some things. She didn't turn cold, but she does utilize her intelligence a lot more than maybe some of the other queens right off the bat. She really thinks through her emotions and why they're there and gets to the bottom of things. And I feel like she's still fair. She's still hopeful with that butterfly there, that she can create something beautiful in her life. She's just one of those entities that will be able to truly make that yes or no decision very easily, because this queen couples heart and mind very easily. It's like follow your heart but take your mind with you is kind of my Queen of Swords energy here. So hopeful, but still truthful, still honest, still willing to make the cut if need be, right? And I feel like that's the energy that you've gotten to. Why? Because you've experienced towers. You know that that's necessary. You don't just kind of throw yourself out there to the wolves. I feel like, you know, you've learned a lot. So you implement those boundaries. And I just feel like this person is behind you, And they could be the same age as you or roundabout, right? But I do feel like your experiences, the ones that you had gotten to first, your towers, have really kind of, I feel like they've molded you, right? They've grown you. And this person hasn't gotten to those types of experiences, or not like you have, right? Everybody hits different things in their own timing, right? So, and there's nothing wrong with being on either side of this reading. I do want to say, if you are the energy that was in the wrong, is sitting in this Emperor reverse, right? Feeling kind of, I want to say embarrassed, or feeling like you didn't get out of it what you were trying to. It's like you were trying to be very intelligent and very strategic, and you were trying to put someone on blast, but I feel like you ended up being wrong about it. Look, we're all wrong sometimes, okay? Take that lesson and learn from it, right? Maybe do things differently next time. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter what side of the reading you're on. We're all here on a learning and growing journey. But I'm just saying, one person got to this type of energy first. The other is probably just being triggered into that growth and expansion now, right? So it comes in different ways. Let's see, is there anything else here? Anything else that Spirit wants to say? Oh, I had an extra card in there. I want that, whatever it is. Yeah. I do feel like this person's going to be crying over their spilled cups. There are cups behind this person, but they're nowhere near ready to... Oh, look at this. I've never seen this in the After Tarot. There's someone floating down the river of tears looking for help and being shunned by this person who is kind of stuck in their own mind or in their own heart, in their own heartache, right? That they don't see. It's like they can't help anyone else because they're too focused on their own pain, which I feel like this person is going to be, or in that energy. They can't really, I don't know if they'll understand the lesson right away. This might be something that comes in retrospect for this person as well. They might be going through the lesson now, but sometimes the lesson isn't learned until you get to the end of it, right? And no telling how long it's going to take for this person to come to the understanding with the lesson there. So is there anything else, Spirit? Anything else for this collective here? Whoa. Okay. Yeah. We've got that 10 of Cups here, which I love. Emotional fulfillment. Yeah. I want to say you're going to get out of this life what you've set out to do. Like, I hear blinders on. So I want to say that this energy is not affecting you, but it has become a learning lesson for another soul. And you played a big role in it. I just don't feel like you know you did. So all behind the scenes here, I don't feel like it's affected you. It may have tugged on your energy and created some lulls in your energy or some tiredness. You were attached to it in certain ways, but I don't feel like you actually had a say in a lot of this, right? In fact, I don't know if you had any words in response to any of this. I feel like this was all done in a different setting, and it was all about you or in reference to you, but it didn't have anything to do with you in all actuality. It had everything to do with this soul and the fact that they had to learn a very valuable lesson about maybe how to walk through this life or how to treat people, or not to, I hear, judge a book by its cover. So something along those lines. This person, I don't know how far they're going to grow here, but I do feel like for holding back and for being selfish and for, I feel like it's the end of that for this person, or their way of being, it's coming to an end. And I feel like it's the Emperor in reverse for them that's kind of doing it. Yeah, they just can't carry the wands anymore. They can't, it's a burden. I feel like they put themselves in a position to carry this burden. And I don't know if the burden was, it was passionate, but it came from like a bruised heart or a bruised ego. I kind of want to say a combination of both. So whether masculine or feminine, this person was in competition with you in some way, could have been in love with you in a different way. For some, it was admiration turned sour. For others, it was feeling like they were rejected by you in some way, even if it was something you've never done to them or said to them. It was like assumed. And I feel like it was meant to happen that way. Is there anything else? So they finally put down the burden, but I feel like they still have to make sense of it. It's going to take a while for this person to make sense of it. What's going to happen with you, gorgeous collective? You're going to keep moving forward. You've got that Ace of Wands. You've got that fire, that passion. There will be new opportunities for you to move forward along your path and to keep shining. Stay in your own lane and continue to proceed to the goal, whatever that new goal is. I love that. I want to say don't change. Stay being yourself. There's nothing wrong with who you are. If it comes to your attention that someone was trying to make you seem this way or that way, you don't have to do anything to validate yourself. Your actions and the way you move will prove that every single time, whether you're trying to or not. So just keep being yourself and keep moving in your right direction. Keep showering love and good energy on yourself, those around you, and your goals and your dreams, right? And you'll keep experiencing things that are emotionally fulfilling for you. I love it. It's gorgeous energy. So like I said, everything here is happening in the background, which is so strange, but I guess Spirit was just saying, if you've been a little tired, you've been kind of struggling with certain energies that come to your attention, and you're like, where is this coming from? It is coming from a whole nother person learning a whole nother lesson, but it's like you might be the center of that attention, but it's like it's not touching you. And I feel like Spirit did that for a reason, because you're meant to be moving forward. You're meant to show them how it's done, right? So keep doing what you're doing. I feel like that's super important. All right, collective, let's hop in. So strange. All right, what do we have? Your initials, their initials, and any other messages that may channel through here this morning. We've got a B standing up. We've got an I standing up. First, middle, last name. A D. A T. Another T. A C. An O. An A. An O. A J. An A. And a V was kind of standing. All right, let's see. Anything else? I heard something about clovers. And then I heard something about clowns. It's like, I heard something like, if you're lucky, you might, I don't know if you're going to get a front row seat to this person looking like that Emperor in reverse. Less than, it's like they're definitely not standing in their power. They're definitely not standing tall. You know, the thing is, I think you would be the type of person that would try to help this person get back on their feet and stand tall. Like, I truly think that's who you are. And I feel like that would make this person feel even more like the clown. But I feel like lucky enough, it's like you show up the way you're meant to. That bee was trying to stand up again. Okay. Anything else? I heard something about an avalanche. You know, this person, you know, I'm seeing that tower that was kind of broken in half. They may have already experienced some of the turmoil. I feel like they just keep causing it for themselves. It's like, I don't know if this is like a repeated offender when it comes to repeated attacks on you. You, again, like I said, I don't feel like you know about it, but I feel like this has happened more than once. This person has brought you to the attention of a group, which is kind of, I don't know. I hear why you're so obsessed with me. It's like, I kind of get that feeling. It's like, if you knew about it, that's what you'd be saying. It's like, why? Why all the attention? It's like, I'm over here doing my own thing and it's rubbed you the wrong way. And so you're trying to ruin my life from afar. It's like, or you're trying to paint me in a negative light for a group of people. It's like that I don't even know. right? I don't know. It just seems very awkward or very strange. And I feel like this person is getting the backlash of it. I want to say repeatedly. So if there's been more than once that this person has tried to take you down, I want to say, yeah, I keep hearing the clown, the clown, the clown. It's like they made themselves the butt of the jokes or the clown. It's like they were trying to do that to you, but it's not going to happen. I feel like you are actually thriving. It's like every time this person tries to attack, what do you have? Fail safes in place, or protections, or you call in protection? Because I feel like every time this person tries to attack you, you glow brighter and bigger, and you create more of a star as you're moving forward. I don't know. It's just the way I feel like it's just the way it's being done is what I hear. It's like spirit's making that example. I feel like this person has been shown many a times by spirit that they're in the wrong for doing what they're doing, but it's like that's the hill they choose to die on, right? I feel like those attacks on you are, I feel like this is the last of it. I feel like this is the last you'll experience of it from that sideline of that person, right? I feel like this is finally it. I hear bite the bullet. So it's like, I just feel like it's done. I heard stick a fork in it, it's done. So I feel like the end of this could be going on right now. All right, let's go in here. Oh, little rose there. Okay. All right, let's pull some charms. Is there anything else about this, spirit? All right. All right. I do want to say there's gorgeous glow up energy here. Big, beautiful, bright smile. I feel like you keep flashing it out to the world. What are you? Aw, you know, you may actually have love coming into, and I do feel like that is really going to be like, and I heard stick a fork in it. It's like that's really going to be the done deal is when you start dating someone and having a really beautiful relationship. This is the little Adelie penguins, and they mate for life. So you might have your life partner coming in soon, and you might be flashing the biggest, most beautiful smile, right? Or you're furthering your connection with this person if they're here already for some of you. And you might be deepening a connection in some way. I just feel like that's another like jab. I heard jab with the fork. So I feel like it really shows you're experiencing all these happy experiences in life. We do have the Christmas tree here, so I do feel like as the months progress, I do feel like really good things could be happening from now through the Christmas season. So you may have some really big blessings coming. Yeah, this person I heard still gonna wear the mask. It's like I see someone cowering like into the darkness. Excuse me. Oh gosh. There's really a lot of sour energy that's kind of like here right now with the mask. Ugh. I don't know if this person, it's like, do they find somewhere else to go or someone else to talk about or someone else to do battle with? It's like they lost this time, but now to regain their strength or their position, they have to choose someone else, like a weaker opponent. That's kind of what it seems like here. For, I guess for those who don't learn the lesson, for others, it's like keeping the mask on of the I'm fine and you guys don't know what you're talking about kind of energy. This person will wear that mask until they can kind of break free with the cuff key of the energy. They're racing in another direction, trying to get away. Yeah, in the opposite direction. The penguins are looking this way with the happiness and the smile and the glow up energy. They give some blessings coming in. And then we've got this little situation over here, which I feel like is this person. They're still wearing the mask. For some, they won't be able to put it down. They're just not ready to evolve or not going to evolve. Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah, they're kind of locked into their negativity. You could send this person some angels and hope that they grow so that way they don't find another target to kind of latch onto. I just feel like you'd be that type of soul that would try to help even from afar, so someone else doesn't have to experience the pain that this person could cause them, right? They weren't able to affect you, but they could most definitely affect someone else if they're trying to choose someone who looks like the weaker opponent. I feel like they chose you because maybe they thought you were. You could be a very soft-spoken person. You could be very loving, very kind. And I feel like they kind of, again, they kind of have a skewed perception of people and energies. Your soft was mistaken for weakness for some. So that's what I have, collective. I feel like you've got a lot more good coming. I feel like Spirit just wanted to let you know what was going on behind the scenes. If you felt some tugs on your energy, there is literally nothing you have to do. But Spirit wanted to just make you aware and let you know what was going on. And what this person was maybe learning. So if you've had some tugs on that energy, or you've had to kind of continually cut your cords and clear your energy, it may have been tugging a little heavier on others, on some. So I want to say, just keep clearing out that energy. Everything's going to even out very, very soon. I feel like it's coming to an end, if it hasn't just already. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, become part of this Ophiuchus tribe, and I will see you all in the next one.